I'm gonna be cutting some holes in my hood. That's right, I'm gonna be installing this Daystar hood cowl scoop that I got from Extreme Terrain. Let's do it. All right guys, so yeah, this is the Daystar KJ71050BK JK hood cowl for the 2007 to 2015 Jeep Wrangler. Now I got this from extremeterrain.com, and it's a Daystar product. Basically what I'm gonna do is install it, like pre-fit install it tonight. Tomorrow I have an appointment with my friend Chris to have it wrapped, and I'll show you that probably in a separate video. But today what I'm going to do, or should I say tonight, the sun's going to be going down behind me here pretty soon. What I'm going to be doing is drilling holes into my hood and cutting the vent. Now, a couple things about this that I think is important to know. And first of all, that is that this sort of comes in a black finish, but you have to paint it or finish it or do something with it. You cannot just throw it on your hood and be happy with black. In matter of fact, it says it all over the instructions and very clearly on the product, it must be painted before installation. Now I'm going to change that a little bit to say it must be finished before installation, because I'm not painting mine, I'm going to wrap it. I'll talk to you about that in the next video on why. Now, why did I choose this over the many hood options or louver options? Well, to be honest with you, I really like the way it looks. And I also like the fact that not a lot of people have this. There are tons of people with louvered hoods all over the place. And I do like that. I do like it. And I looked really hard at it, and I almost went with that option. But I like this better. Then there are also lots of other complete hood swap outs, like the 10A hood or the DV8 hood. There's several really awesome vented hoods. A lot of Jeeps running those. They look really good. Not my style. I really wanted to leave the hood body color, in this case it's anvil, and go with a matte black sort of muscle car hood scoop sort of a look. So I also have these little vent covers that are going to go there on the vent exits. These also must be painted. These are not made to handle sun. They are not UV protected products. So you need to also make sure that you finish these, even if you decide to leave them in black. I'm actually doing these in CPO orange, sort of match the theme. I've got this matte black and orange theme going on. Matte black and orange is what's going to happen there. Let me show you this, this scoop. It actually surpassed my expectations. So I literally, when I was looking at this online and on videos, I thought, okay, cool, it's a hood scoop. Basically, we know we're going to drill a hole this big in the front of the hood. And then I thought, you know, cool. And then it's going to allow air to get in here and then exit out these side vents. What I did not realize until I got the product is it's actually a ducted product. So this is the underneath of it. But what you can see here, this is going to be the entry hole. So these little pink things are just to protect the screw hardware. It also allows me to put it on the Jeep without putting screws on the Jeep. But right in here is an intake, and then that's going to feed up these ducts and then out this exit point. So the whole thing is not just empty, it's actually structured, and you've got some structure here just to provide rigidity in the footman loop area. But I thought that was kind of cool. So basically what it's going to do, I'll set it back down here. What it's going to do is going to suck in air from the front and then funnel it back in a V shape out those ports. Now what Daystar says is it actually allows for better ventilation without airflow than the louvered hood options. Now I don't really have a way to test that, but that's what they say. They say that basically the way it's ducted out, it actually cools better at idle or at a standstill than the louvered hoods do. And of course, all of them work well at speed. The louver hoods particularly drag air out at speed. My guess is because of where they have that intake set up, probably over the fan area, that's going to force air up into that and then out those things. I may play around with it, see if I can test it or not, but really what I want to do is cool down the hood temperatures on the extreme hot days when we're crawling around, there's no wind, and it's just hot outside. So they say this can do it, and I really like the look. If you can tell, I'm sort of a fan of that old school muscle car look, and I think it will work well with my build. Not to say if you picked another option that's a bad choice. That's why we buy Jeeps, because we can make them our own. As I mentioned before, we are going to cut a hole about that big in the front of our hood, and then that's going to allow that to go out through there. So they do give you in the kit genuine Mopar window washer nozzles, and then some additional hose hardware for you if you need to do it. If you have a Jeep with only one, they actually give you a T-fitting so that you can connect up both of them. So it's going to raise those up a little bit, and they'll be now on top of the hood cowl. Your footman loop is gone, and your little rubber windshield bumper things are going to be gone in the process of this, and you're just going to have hood scoop with windshield washer nozzles on top. And they do give you some screw hardware, Loctite, some double stick tape, some, what is this, adhesion promoter. They give you pretty much everything you need to accomplish this job except the finish on the product. Now how this is going to work for the hood is we have this paper template. You see this a lot in the other hood modifications, particularly the louvers. We're going to tape this on to the top of the hood. It's going to be indexed off of our footman loop and our little rubber bumper things. And yeah, and then this will tell us where we need to drill. So, hey, it's time to make some holes.